Hi guys, in today's video, I'm just gonna get straight to it. Nintendo fanboys be wild. As a chronically online Nintendo person myself, it has been hard. And I've witnessed a lot, and I mean a lot of Nintendo fanboys, which is basically they kind of worship Nintendo as a company. They're out here defending the company like it's their job. I don't know, maybe it is their job, who knows. So that is the crux of this video. Although I've been wanting to make a video about Nintendo fanboys and fangirls for a while because it's something that I've been seeing a lot on social media. And I know social media is not real, but when you get bombarded by a whole bunch of nonsense, it kind of sticks with you. So I wanted to make this video. But before we start, if you like the video, then please hit that like button. It helps the video out a lot. And please consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of the year, and I hope you could do it. I don't normally do rant videos like this. This is just a special occasion kind of vibe. And let me make it clear, I'm not going after anybody personally. I will criticize the comment, but not the person who made the comment, unless they are very nasty people. That's a different story. So I'm not really going after anybody personally. I just don't believe in doing that. And I ask the same for the people who watch this video who don't agree with me. Alrighty, with all that out of the way, let's get into the actual video. I've been witnessing this chasm between Nintendo fans and Nintendo fanboys, and it's honestly really sad because I consider myself a Nintendo fan. I don't really think I have to list my credentials. I mean, you can see it in the background and all the videos I make about Nintendo games. But the difference here is I tend to talk about the games and not the company themselves. And while Nintendo is not the worst out of all the gaming companies we have, honestly, they're kind of like the best in the grand scheme of things. They still do really bad stuff that a lot of people just turn a blind eye, either because they don't really care about it, which is, you know, understandable, or they just defend everything Nintendo does, which is not understandable. And while I do appreciate Nintendo as a company, I mean, we wouldn't have all these games without them, I am not here to fanboy over the company, if you get what I mean. Like, I've seen this meme where it's like a guy dual wielding somebody for picking on Nintendo, and that's literally how I see it. So with the background of why I'm doing this video, let's tackle the biggest issues. The first one being misinformation. Now this could be on both sides, not gonna lie, but I've seen Nintendo fanboys stretch the meaning of something way too far where it's just, it doesn't make any sense. Especially when it comes to game key cards. There is this whole whataboutism going on. I've been seeing a lot of people peddle that game key cards were always there from the start, and while I do agree that there's some moments where Microsoft did it and Sony has done it, I wouldn't say that all their physical games are key cards and they're just not telling us. That is like a complete lie, because if that was the case, then a lot of physical collectors would spot that immediately. And a matter of fact, a majority of Sony physical games are not key cards. It's very rare that you will see a Sony key card game. So don't let them say Sony does it too and all your PlayStation 4 games and PlayStation 5 games are key cards, because that is misinformation. So don't be like Kennedy Clark on Twitter where he thinks PlayStation 5 games and key cards are the same thing. It is not the same thing. As a matter of fact, the tweet that he mentioned was so bad it had to get community noted, which is just hilarious. And the community note says, while there are indeed a handful of PlayStation 5 discs that do not contain all of the game data, a large amount do. So there's that. Another fanboy that really grinds my gears is this Twitter user called Nintendo God. Yeah, you could tell by the username what his intentions are. He just spreads so much misinformation, and I'll try to suppress my urge to call him a bootlicker because that's probably mean, but he really likes Nintendo. Anyways, he goes hard for key cards like it's the best thing since sliced bread, which is fine. I don't mind people not caring about key cards, and I perfectly understand why some people just want to play the game or are not really interested in the discourse. I understand that, and I get it, I respect it. But when people start to get annoying and spread misinformation, that's where I get a bit pissed. And one thing I keep seeing is people conflate what is installation and downloading. So I'm going to try to define it right here. So when you get a game physically, all you have to do is put the disc in the console, and all that data from the disc gets put into the console. And this is the important part, it does not rely on your internet access. Some games just let you play the game game without having to update it at all. That is the beauty of physical gaming. Obviously, it doesn't work with online games or games that just rely on online connections, which is becoming more and more of a problem. So that is what installing is. Downloading is basically installing but with internet. So if you get a game on the eShop or a key card, you're gonna have to download the game, not just install it. And a lot of these people who are pro key card try to make it seem like everybody likes key card when most people are not happy about it. And that gets me to my next point, fanboys that say, oh, then just don't buy it. I hate when they say this because that's not the point. And a lot of people just don't understand that it goes beyond not buying a game. I haven't bought a key card game since the Switch 2 came out. I'm making my effort to exhaust any avenue than buying a key card game. I didn't pay $500 to avoid using my Switch 2. So who the heck wanted key cards? Not me, not you. You know who probably does? Nintendo and third-party devs, because it saves them money, which is great. But what do we get for that? And we've seen a lot of fanboys defend companies saying, oh, it's so expensive to be full on the cart and they just don't have the resources, so why even bother? And so that I'm like, have you seen the recent news with ukulele? They put it full on the cart and you know what? They paid the price. A lot of these people are just excusing business practices because of the whole it's just business motto. I don't get it. Why should we be okay with something just because it's a business thing? That business thing sucks. Sometimes business is not good. Sometimes people get it wrong. That's up to the consumers to criticize it, not just be like, okay, it's a business thing. If some people run with that mentality, you're gonna get scammed one of these days. And it's hard to believe that some of these Nintendo accounts actually believe in key cards and think it's a good thing. I know some Nintendo fanboys who don't think it's a good thing, but they're not out here defending it like it's their side job or something. So to me, let the people criticize Nintendo or the third parties about key cards. Let us do that. And it will benefit fanboys like you in the long run, okay? Okay, now I will go on record and say I do not emulate any games. I mean, I used to really hate emulation back in the day. If you look at my previous video like years ago, I really didn't like emulation. And as of now, I don't mind it, I just don't do it. But these fanboys are taking it to the next level like they always do. Because Nintendo fanboys oftentimes quotes people by saying they're a broke boy if they emulate games, and that is just very rude to me. It's like when Pokimane said her audience are broke boys because they can't afford overpriced cookies. Yeah, that's the vibe I get. And like I said in the beginning, I don't do it, but I'm not going out of my way to tell people they're broke boys if they do it themselves. Now the thing that really grinds my gears when they say this is when they use the "you're entitled" card. I hate this for so many reasons, but basically, yes, I'm entitled because I'm a consumer, so I'm entitled to share my criticisms. That's how it works. That's how it's always worked. It's just in recent day, it's really bad to criticize a company, and it's even entitled to criticize a company. When did this dichotomy change? Some food for thought. So all in all, I just wanted to say that don't let these fanboys be annoying. Criticize when you don't like something. That's how you get change. Just because you vote with your wallet doesn't mean you have to be okay with the whole thing. You can still voice your concern. You don't have to do one or the other. And also, if you don't care about key cards and the impact they have on gaming, that is perfectly understandable. You don't have to be in this fight if you don't want to. You can just buy your key cards and enjoy your game. Now for the fanboys out there who are just really annoying during the whole process, simmer down. Please just simmer down. A lot of discourse online has been negative, and not gonna lie, I don't like it. Even though I'm making a video that's somewhat negative, I don't like making videos like this. It's not my usual light-hearted fun RPG videos, but I just felt the need to say this because I wanted to get stuff out of my chest. And that's a good thing sometimes. But I hold on hope because not everything in gaming is doom and gloom. We have a lot of good stuff coming our way, a lot of positive things, a lot of indie devs taking the initiative where AAA games cannot. And that's why I'm happy to say this is the only time I'm basically gonna talk about fanboys and fangirls unless something big happens. I got all that fanboy stuff off my chest. I'm ready to move on. Alrighty, now we reached the end of the video. Please tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. I would love to hear it. Also, like this video if you liked it, and consider subscribing if you like the channel. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the day, and as always, play a good game. Peace, peace.